Whoa. And just like that, I'm live. Well, oh, this looks like a garbage angle. Well, that's okay. It's the first chat. Welcome to the first AMA, first live chat, first friendly filmmaker. Ask me anything live chat. I don't even know if anybody's here. Wow, there's somebody here. Wow, hi. Hold on, let me type something into the chat. Hi, chat. There, I've said something in chat. Okay, so I don't know how this all is gonna work. I've actually got all the butterflies right now because I've never done a live. I've never done a stream. Not even on Facebook, not even to my friends, not even anything. I either talk to your face or I talk to you on FaceTime in person or I'm on set with you, and that's usually how it works. Uh, let's see. I don't have a lot to tell you. This was more of a lark to see what I could say, how it would go, how it would work. It was remarkably easy to set up a live. Um, and now I'm live. um, so let's see. Um, I had just gotten off the weekend. Today's the 26th as I record this. I've just gotten a weekend of another 48 out in Providence. And hi, honey. Oh, I just did a 48-hour film project. I had a lot of fun. Thank you. I hope so. Not bad for a first live, right? Okay. And yeah, so I was on a team with Alternative Pictures, which I'd never worked with before, but a friend of a friend was running a group, and sometimes yeah, that's how networking works. I got pulled on set because a friend knew a friend who needed some help, and there I was, car packed to the brim with film stuff, only half of which was used because that's how 48 sometimes go. It's like, oh, okay, I pack for contingencies, and then I arrive, and it's like, okay, only these things are necessary. So, for example, I had an entire bin, like a big one, filled with hospital stuff. So, like, slings for arm injuries, or like those little foamy things they give you for recovery, or even like a hospital gown or something, and just like props that have to do with specifically like in a hospital. And only the gown got used in this particular project. So we'll see. My teammates were lucky enough to pull comedy out of the hat, and I know some people are intimidated about doing comedy, but I was definitely not one of them, and neither were my teammates, which is great because everybody was just gun ho to get the comedy chops rolling, and it was a whole lot of fun. So they banged out a pretty awesome script. I threw in a few lines that made it in there, so go me. I like jokes, and I'm happy that people thought that some of my stuff was funny enough to include. Pretty much everybody on set that was behind the camera also got a little time in front of the camera because we did kind of a meta project. I'm not giving anything away. Um, kind of mid TVH chat. Hubby's rolling on chat. All right. I can't believe you said that. Wow. Okay. Thanks, honey. Thanks. Well, I'm trying to up my game. All right. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, everybody behind the camera was also happened to get a little spotlight on the day in front of the camera. I was really happy because some of the stuff that I hadn't planned to use, but I just happened to have on me really came in handy. So I had like some of the equipment, actually my vlogging camera, which I had not at all anticipated to use on the day. I brought my Blackmagic with my Rokinon lenses. I was ready to go. I was camera B. I was assisting my friend Alicia Kowalski. She was the main cinematographer, and we both have the Blackmagic. So we were both ready to go on that, but then there was like two shots that needed to be kind of tracking shots, and we don't have like a remote focus puller, and it was on a what you call it, a gimbal. And you know that you cannot really adjust focus even with a focus puller. You can't adjust focus while the gimbal is doing what the gimbal does, like in motion. And the Blackmagic, no good at autofocus. But you know what is good? my vlogging camera that I had. So I was like, guys, I'll be right back. I went to my car and I got my vlogging camera and it shoots 4K. It looks a little different, but it kind of worked for the scene too, just thematically. I'm not giving away the plot, but you'll see why if you see the movie. The movie wound up looking great. I did a shot with the vlogging camera that wound up looking a little bit like the Ray Liotta in the opening scene of, what was it, Goodfellas? Goodfellas, is that a movie? Anyway, so we had a lot of fun. It was so great to just kind of be able to help out with just a random vlog camera that I had on me, and then the rest of the shots were really really fantastic. We wound up um, wrapping around 4:20. That was not intended to be a joke. But yeah, it was right around there. And 4:20, 4:30 is when we wrapped filming, which is great because the editor was already on set and he was already working on stuff. So that's great. That's like the ideal situation is that you want to be done before, ideally before Saturday ends. I remember on Dibs on Mars, which is the one we got, we didn't wrap until Sunday 2 a.m. And thankfully, Alex was already editing as we go. We were swapping drives, so she was constantly on the go and working. But for sure, like without an editor on set, that would be impossible to get an edit done. I speak from experience. um, so does anybody in chat want to ask a question? Because this is kind of an AMA. I just throw your questions up. I am so happy to have people staring at my face. Um, and this is a filmmaking channel, so ask me anything about filmmaking. I'll just leave you guys to ask that. Meanwhile, I will continue rambling because that is what I do best. So lately, you may have noticed on the channel in the last week or so, like 8 days or so, I've discovered YouTube Shorts, specifically the filters. And one of my friends was like, wow, welcome to the party. How awesome is your husband? Thanks, chat. My husband is so awesome. How awesome is he? Well, he's so awesome because, well, for so very many reasons. But uh, this weekend, a spectacular example was that he took the kids out to play while I went to go film. um, and since we're of a primary a filmmaking channel, that's where I'll leave it. So my hubby, hi hubby, thanks for being in chat. Okay, I'm so happy. All right, so what else can I tell you? Right, so we covered the 48-hour film project. Our project got submitted on time. Woohoo! Yay! Yay! And our editor did a great job. I tried to help by telling him what shots were good, what shots were bad, because I speak from experience. There was one project that I did by myself during the COVID times, the times we shall not talk about. And it was kind of a fly by the seat of your pants, let's improvise scene, see what happens type thing. I just wanted to make a thing. And I got all the required prop, material, lines, all the things. And then I sat down to do the thing and I was like, I don't have a script. Not really. I have the structure of a story, but I don't have a script. Long story short, I filmed about 35 usable minutes of footage without a clear plan. And that was me being conservative. I put everything on a timeline and it was about 35 to 45 minutes of funny stuff, character work, some funny one-liners and things like that. But when I came down to trying to edit that down to a 4 to 7 minute film, that was a hard lesson because it was like, okay, less is definitely more. Try to plan out what you want to say so that you save time in the filming and you save time in the edit, because it was kind of hard to figure out what you want to put into the final project. And so I wound up checking a whole lot of stuff and it was tough. It was a tough edit. So I felt bad for our guy because we gave him so many options that I was starting to get concerned from my own editor experience. I was starting to get worried that he was overcome with too many options. Like there was too much to put on the timeline, too much that could be usable. And you get the paralysis of choice at some point. Everybody gets this. And so I was worried that he was getting too much input and that maybe we should have structured our plan. Hi, Jessica. That we should have structured our plans a little bit better. And so I was worried from that point, but he knocked it out of the park. And so, I mean, I remember at one point, the director Connor and I were with James. Hi, James. Hi, Connor. And yay! Thank you for coming to our first live, Jessica. Oh my gosh, it's so nice to see you in chat. um, okay, and so we were trying to figure out what takes were good, and he literally had 6 takes on the timeline from 2 different camera angles, which works out to be 12 shots to work from. And we were combing through the footage and saying, okay, this is the one we liked best. And he says, but I won't get rid of anything else because there's usable stuff in everything. And I was like, wow, that's a lot of options that you've got there. I did not envy him his position. For me, I've learned to be very, very strict about this. Like if I know I don't have anything usable here, get it off the timeline. But he was looking at it from not being on set because he just ported all the footage. So he's looking at everything to make sure he doesn't like anything. Like there's a specific moment. Good editor. He's a very, very good editor. Shout out to James. Hi, James. Um, Besides that, I mean, it was a long day. It was a fun day. The drive home was no joke because it rained on one way and it was dark coming home, and my car is still full of crap. Maybe I should go unpack it, actually. There's sandbags in my baby seat right now. It's no joke. So that's what a 48 looks like. The sometimes it's just funny to have a week solid where you're packing for the 48. You're thinking, okay, I need this type of lights, but this won't fit in my car. But this I definitely need. You're negotiating with yourself as to what gear might be necessary. I packed 2 full bins of props and costumes that I thought might pop up because I knew that driving out on Saturday morning, I wouldn't have time to repack anything at that point. And Friday night, I was going to sleep, so I wasn't going to get information on the props or anything ahead of time. So I just needed to pack the car and take whatever I could. Yeah, 48s are definitely different. I know some folks, for one guy, hi Sam, it was a situation of this was the first time that he was on a 48, and this was a very different experience for him because he saw what it was to like see adaptive filmmaking versus the sets that he's been on, which is like you have everything in pre-production, you have a script, you have the idea, you have the props you want to do, you make the list ahead of time. And basically when you're packing, no matter what department you're in, you're only packing what you know you need. Whereas for the 48, if you're driving to a remote location, you're packing what you think you might need, which is so different to doing like a regular planned shoot. Not to mention that you get to rehearse, write the thing, plan the thing. There's a lot more time involved and a lot more preparation specifically geared towards your project involved. Whereas the 48 is very much a fly by the seat of your pants experience. So, I mean, it's just that's what it is. So I made the poster there. Oh, Dibs on Mars. I forgot to tell you guys. Dibs on Mars got runner up on the best poster contest. Yay! Go me, go Canva. Thank you, Canva. So that was also fun. So that's another update for you. Yes, I'm doing YouTube shorts. My plan, even though we're going on a wee bit of a trip, I shan't discuss more, but even from when I go on weekends or vacations or stuff like that for the foreseeable future, I'm going to do a short a day, and I'm going to do the shorts. I'm not going to waste people's time with like the long minute, whatever long, with testing out the filters. One of my friends was like, wow, welcome to the party. And I was like, yes, I know. I'm showing up late, but I feel like a kid in the candy store. What does this filter do? What does this filter do? How would I use this? Would I even be able to use this? Blah, 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 blah. And so I'm having a whole bunch of fun with, with filters and YouTube shorts. And I've seen a lot of growth. A lot of people are supporting my, my channel, which is really, really nice. And I'm grateful. And I'm excited, and I've got another few structured videos that are already uploaded and ready to be switched on. I'm so excited. I've already sent out preview links to the Ko-fi supporters that I have on the page, and they've seen it. So I'm excited to fire those off. I still am sort of working out the structure. Like, should I do tutorial Tuesdays? Maybe like tutorials? Don't hate me. I'm still workshopping. I don't know. Hubby, how does tutorials sound? He likes puns. I like puns, but only good ones. Resounding boo. Okay. All right, the votes are in. I'll take it back to the workshop. Jessica, if you're still here, how does tutorials sound to you? Uh, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, everybody just kind of does a tutorial Tuesday, and it's fun because I love alliterative. Boo! Another boo. Okay, no. All right, tutorials. All right, it's been downvoted. 100%. No. Okay. I'll take it back to the workshop. Maybe I could do like a happy monologue Monday or something like that. I don't know. We'll see how that works. But anyway, I hope to be uploading once a week, more structured videos. I even got an Toots Day. I like that. Toots Day. Yeah, maybe they should go on Tuesdays after all. Toots Day. I'm putting that down. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, because I mean, I just wanted to do some simple how-to videos, how to do filmmaking, what is the rule of thirds, what is this, the stuff, basic filmmaking stuff that people who want to make a movie at home using their phone or whatever can just get on it and do it. It should be fun. It should be a lot of fun. And I have a couple videos already. I have 4 videos in the bank. I'm so proud of myself. And yeah, I got the help of another editor to help me get some more done. So hopefully I can get on a structure of putting one up a week on top of playing around with the filters and doing some ad hoc live things. So that's really it. That's the status quo, as they say. Oh, I forgot to turn the vent off. Hi, vent. Toots Day. I really like Toots Day. Okay. Oh, one last thing. Speaking of awesome hubbies, this mug. I love this mug. This mug. On my first project, I was freezing my keister off. I had funded, this was like 10 years ago now. No, like 9 years ago. Hubby will correct me, of course. I think it was closer to 9 years ago. I was doing an outdoor shoot in the evening, not at night, but in the evening, and I was freezing my keister off because I had extras. I had a location for a limited time. I had everything planned out. I hit the timelines. I'm very proud of myself for that. Time management on set is very important to me, and I hit my benchmarks. But I was running around in between different stations, answering people's questions, making sure people knew what they needed to do. And as a result, even though I poured myself a nice hot cup of coffee, by the time I took a sip, it was freezing cold. And so like the following week after that, this was a gift from my hubby. Keep calm. I'm the director. And I've had warm coffee ever since. So this is nice. Nobody wants to see me drink coffee. Or do they? Cheers, everybody. Cheers. It's alive. We can do whatever we want. I do cheers with my kids. Oh my gosh. Yes, that's the one thing. I'm not going to be talking about my kids a whole lot, but yes, that's one game that we do play is like clink the cups, go drink, take a drink, and both of us look each other in the eye and go, So, filmmaking, what's next down the pike? I am currently editing 1, 2, 3 projects right now. I've got my documentary. I have some stuff for my documentary that I have to offload new footage. Cheers. Whoa. Ooh, drunky face. I love it. Yeah, that's me sometimes, even without the drinking. Yeah, I've got the documentary that I'm working on, the health documentary. I don't know how long that will take for me to finish. I anticipate at least throughout the rest of the year. It's going to take me a while to figure out schedules for interviews and also to achieve the actual goals for which I'm going to be filming all of the pieces. I have some more behind the scenes. What do you call them? Not behind the scenes, but some more. What do you call it when a documentary does a reenactment? That's what I'm doing. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, me. Self high five. So I've got more reenactments to film, and I am going to be casting for those. So anybody in the Friendly Filmmaker group on the mailing list will probably get some casting announcements, which is nice. I'm also, speaking of the mailing list, my mailing list doubled. I am so grateful. It doubled over the last 2 weeks, which is insane to me. That's so great. That's so nice. A lot of the filmmakers that I've been working with, like, they want to stay in touch and they want to see what I've got coming up next, and they want to see if they can help or participate or share anything that they've got going on. And so I'm actually in the mailing list going to add another little block that'll be in every single mailing, which is a community what's going on in the community, like community updates. So projects that people in the community have got going on, like that have nothing to do with me, I'll put a little tiny blurb in every single email so that people can share other stuff that's going on. The indie community is pretty nurturing and wonderful and friendly in and of itself. So it'll be exciting to add that to the mailer that goes out every week. So that's exciting. And then the other film project, coming back to what I was saying, I'm in pre-production for a different feature, but yeah, the stuff that I'm editing also has to do with a friend's short film that I reprised the fortune teller role for. I don't know if anybody knows that, but a fortune teller lives on in a friend's short. That was a really cool thing to be asked to do, to reprise the role, and it was a lot of fun to put that together. And I'm going to, off of that, be editing a DP reel because I did all the DP work for that. I'm very proud of some of the shots that came out, and I think I'm going to try to make a video out of how I did that, problem solving on set, and how to set up the shots, like technically speaking, so that anybody who wants to tune in for a how toots day tutorial video on specifically on how to set up a shot can join me on that journey and maybe even improve on some of the stuff I did. Although, truth be told, those are some awesome shots. I don't know how much they can be improved. Just kidding. But yeah, so that's what I've got going on, and it's been a whole bunch of fun. And then that was 2 projects, but what was the third one? Oh yeah, the third one was a theater performance that I did back in the day. It's been in the editing bay for a very long time, and I owe that footage. Sometimes when you're juggling a whole lot, things slip through the cracks, and I meant to have it. I gave it to an editor, but the editor couldn't do it, and then it came back to me, and I was like, when an editor can't do the thing and you get the work back that you thought you offloaded, one of the nicest things that can happen. So yes, so that's why it's been in the editing bay for so long. But I do plan to have that done hopefully this week, because I actually made some good progress, and I'm thinking maybe 5 or 6 more hours of editing and I might be done, which would be great, because then I could deliver on the promise that I made a while ago. So that's what I've got. Yeah, 3 projects in the editing bay, and it's no joke. Editing takes a long time. What else have I got? So I've got a lot of other stuff that I wanted to do next, but for now I'm going to take a break, recover, unpack my gear, try to sort some of this mess back out here, finish the 3 things in the editing bay, and not say yes to some projects for a good long time. I have some friends that I want to follow up with. I know I've got to send out like 3 or 4 emails to specific people, pulling on those threads for various projects that are in pre-production right now. And it's kind of insane that for somebody who only has about maybe 15 hours a week, that I've got so much going on. Maybe I'm overextending myself, maybe, but we'll see. I don't know. I don't feel like it, but sometimes I do. Does anybody else know that feeling? Like where you're like, no, it feels fine. It feels fine. It feels fine. It doesn't feel fine. It does not feel fine. I did bad. I think everybody gets those moments every now and then. It's the journey, not the destination. Isn't that right? So anyway, that's really all I have. I only planned for I talk faster than I did, so I planned for half an hour of content, sweet content for you. And this was pretty fun for a first live, I think. I think it was smoother than I anticipated. Maybe next time I'll get like a green screen in the back here and put up some crazy background so it could be even more fun. Oh, thank you. Gosh, now I'm blushing. Thanks, Jessica. That's very sweet. I try. Sometimes I overextend and then I have to stay up for a few hours longer than I anticipated and sacrifice some sleep to deliver the goods, but I do try. I love filmmaking. I love being a mom, and I love being a family lady and adventuring around the world and just keeping all of that juggling and balance. Sometimes it's busy, but it's the good kind of busy. I really do feel lucky. So yay. Filmmaking wise, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to say no to a few things in the coming months, 2 months probably, to recover from all of the post-production stuff, wrap everything up before I proceed with the next few things. That is all I've got, really. Huh. That's a question I actually don't know the answer to in my own head. Is when's the next time I'll be able to do a YouTube live? I didn't plan for another one, but I would love to do these weekly. But I think that's saying yes to too much. So I'm gonna say for now, I won't do another one for the next. I'm gonna say 3 weeks because probably mid July to the end of July is when I'll be able to take a breather and try another one of these again. This was a lot of fun. Um, yeah, I think I'm just gonna wrap it up. I don't want to waste you guys' time. Time is one of the most precious things all of us have, so I'm gonna respect that. I've spoken my piece. I really respect and appreciate all of you guys for being here, popping in, saying hi, and thank you. I'm going to say bye. And to my hubby, I love you. Bye. Okay, so that's it. I'm gonna shut the stream off. Take it easy, lemon squeezy. Stay friendly. Bye.